It is my little Russian lady. Please. Please, give me some beats. She really doesn't want to listen to me right now. Girl! Oh, look at you! You're making your YouTube debut. Look at you. She wants my death right now. Hi guys, this is Gabby. I am here doing my very first YouTube video, part 2. I tried filming a video very similar to this, like, a couple months ago. It didn't really work out too well. This is my cat. This is Tati. She's the love of my life. She's very pissed off at me right now because I'm holding her, but I had to introduce her. Oh, yeah, she's pissed. Okay. Sorry, my love. Basically, this is going to be a makeup look that is my everyday makeup. Yeah. What? Oh, babe. This video is not about my cat. This video is going to be my everyday makeup routine. I hope you enjoy. This is the finished look. I'll be getting more in depth in it in the video. This is a very awkward intro. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? If you do like this, please be sure to like this video and subscribe, and I will see you pretty soon. Here it is, the very not so long-awaited video of me putting makeup on for the public. This is just going to be my everyday makeup for those who want to know. I already filled in my brows off camera. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer. This stuff is probably my all-time favorite just because I don't like taking time to fill in my brows and it just makes it really easy and really quick. First thing I do normally is my eye makeup, and so normally for my eye makeup I just kind of prime my eyes, and for that I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, the oldest eye primer in the entire world. Everyone and their mother has this. I feel like I don't need to talk much about it because it does what it's supposed to do, and I'm not picky. But the next thing I normally do is I set my eye primer, and that's normally, I just use like a big fluffy brush like this. This is just one that I got off of Amazon because what can't you get off of Amazon these days? I don't know. I normally just take any sort of kind of bone or bisque shade that slightly matches the color of my eye, only because I have a ton of thank you, Mr. Motorcycle. That was fine! But anyway, this is gonna be a calm makeup tutorial. We're gonna be nice and zen. No, we're not. That is not me, and that'll never be me, so this'll be a treat, ladies and gentlemen. But basically I just put that all over the lid to kind of to cover up any discoloration that is going to be on my lids, just because I like to have a clean canvas for when I end up doing my eye makeup, just because it feels a little bit better to me in that way. I'm gonna take a coffee break. Alright, now for the palette. I kind of fluctuate between a couple different eyeshadow palettes, but for the sake of this video, I probably will use the infamous Jaclyn Hill palette. I don't know who doesn't own this palette at this point, but for very good reason. It is absolutely perfect. It looks like this. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. I'm pretty sure your mom has seen it. I'm pretty sure your uncle has seen it. Everyone has seen this gosh darn palette. You can see the ones where I have significantly hit pan on. I haven't even just like just had a little bit of a fun time in there, but no, I've literally like went ham in these shades. So I'm just going to take this is a Sephora Collection Featherweight Crease Brush. I just normally take this, and I'm going to take the 4th shade in the palette. I don't remember exactly what shade this is, only because my palette, when I got it, it didn't have the shade names on it. So I don't remember what it's called. But basically, I'm just going to take that and kind of blend that all over my lid. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but this is where it can be kind of messy. I'm very messy when it comes to something like this, just because it's not gonna be something that significant to your routine. It just kind of helps all the shadows that you layer on top of it just kind of like blend a little bit better. I think it's so crazy how the first time I ever filmed this video, I was about to poop my pants. I was so scared. I was not myself in the video. I was very like, this is how I do my makeup. Here I am. I was not ready for that. I was so nervous. I was so scared. I had all this hype and I was like telling all my friends, I'm like, I'm gonna be posting on YouTube. It's gonna be so great. And then I just never posted the video. There was some funny footage in that video though. Honestly, my roommate's dog, he's a little bit of a goober. I was just sitting there filming. It was like the first 10 minutes I was filming this video, and then he jumps up on the bed and starts just like freaking out. He like did not like that very much. It was hilarious. I'll be sure to insert a clip of that. Tell that, you know, the difference between when I first put it on into this. I'm filming, buddy. What you doing? I think I put enough of the shadow on my lid. I'm going to take a Morphe. This is a M441 brush. This is another brush that everyone and their mother has. Mine is a little screwed up a little bit only because I got dye on it. I get dye on literally everything, and it made its way to my brush. So, but I'm going to take the shade Butter, which is the second shadow over, and I'm just gonna kind of load my brush up. This is just going to make it a little bit warmer, and I'm gonna focus that predominantly on the outer portion of my eyelid. And when I don't have anything like much on the brush, I'm just gonna bring it up a little. I'm gonna bring it in a little bit. Also, I very much apologize the fact that I don't have a very good zoom. I'm currently using my phone as my camera, mostly because I do not have the money to find myself a very good camera right now. If I do end up posting more videos, I will definitely invest in something that is going to be higher quality for YouTube and something that is going to actually show my makeup looks a little bit more. But I'm pretty much just putting butter everywhere at this point. I love how I said that I'm just gonna keep it in the outer corner. And honestly, just blend until you feel as if your finger's gonna fall off. At least that's what Jaclyn Hill taught me, and I trust that woman with my life. So honestly, if she told me to jump off a bridge, I probably would say, which one, ho, let's go! So now I'm gonna take a Morphe M433 brush, and this is just kind of like a more powder in there. And this is more of a denser kind of crease brush. I like to use this mostly for the outer corner of the eye, and I'm going to take the shade Powder. All right, so I'm pretty much gonna load the entire brush up at that point, and I will for sure keep this on the outer portion of my eye, only because I like my darker colors to be more on the outer portion of my eye because I feel like it kind of elongates my eye since I have such rounded eyes. I'm gonna mostly keep that in there. And then once I have absolutely almost nothing on the brush, then I will go in and kind of like make everything a little bit more cohesive with blending. But as of right now, and then I'll probably take my Morphe M441 and just kind of like blend it all together so it looks a little bit better. I hope you can kind of see this. Gosh, I am so sad that I don't have like an actual camera with good zoom. Like my camera on my phone has the worst zoom in the entire world. I'm just gonna do the same thing with the other eyeball. Like, I know Jaclyn took forever on this palette. I was low-key like, girl, there's no way you would take that long on a palette. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But I have never been more in love with an eyeshadow palette than I do with this one, because you can create literally any look you could possibly want to, and you literally don't need any other palette. I'm going to take this Sephora Pro Shadow Brush. This is just kind of like a basic shadow brush. I use this probably not for the intended purpose for whatever reason. I use this mostly for the outer corner of the eye. And for this, I'm going to take the shade, oh my gosh, this is so bad. But I'm going to take this shade right here. I'm just going to take that on this brush, and I'm going to kind of like pack it on the outer corner and really just kind of keep that in that outer corner, because this is going to create, just like deepen a little bit of my eye. Ma'am! I'm filming, please. She just doesn't care. She don't care. And I blend these out more towards the end. I just like to pack on the shadow. What I like about this shade is it's not too dark to the point where I'm like, you know, emo Gabby circa 2008. But I'm kind of like, ooh, sultry Gabby, like, ooh, she fine sort of thing. Or neither. It's just a nice color, okay? I don't know what it is, I feel so much more natural when I've done this, like, this is my second time filming this video. I just feel so much more myself. I was so scared to film the first video. You don't even know, I was just freaking out. I'm like, no one's gonna like me, oh my god. And I'm like, Gabby, no one cares that much. Literally, just shut up. All right, so now that that part of the eyes is practically done, I'm going to take one of my all-time favorite shadows. And this is the L'Oreal Paris, the 24-hour infallible shadow in Amber Rush. I love this shade more than I have ever loved any kind of shimmer, but this shade changed my life. I normally just take this on, this is an e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm just gonna use it for eyeshadow today. And then I'm just gonna take some Fix Plus, which I can't live without this. I thought I could. I had it once and I was like, yeah, I like it, it's pretty good. And then I used it for shadows and I was like, my world is changed. I just kind of like get a little bit damp. I didn't get like a ton of that in there, so I'm just gonna double dip a little bit. Look how pretty that shade is. It's like a beautiful, like, champagne-y rose gold type of shimmer, and that's the kind of shimmer that I'm super duper into. And I just kind of put that on all over the lid, even over that that darker shade that we did, because I'll just go in a little bit later. When I want to do something more of like a natural look, when I want to just kind of like pop on falsies and then be done, I normally just don't do the shimmer. I just kind of do the mattes and then go from there. But when I'm trying to feel a little bit sassier, I tend to go for more of like a shimmer. Like, are you kidding? Oh my lord. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh wait, no, it's not. Even in the glittery part. Oh my god. I think I am just going to blend everything together. I'm going to use the denser brush for this, the Morphe M433. Oh wait. Yeah, the M433. And I'm just going to pretty messily just kind of blend everything together. I'm not going to take too much time doing this just because I want, like, I just kind of want everything to be a little bit more cohesive. And then I will take that Sephora just Pro Shadow Brush and I will take the darker color and kind of go on the outer corners one more time just to deepen it up a teeny tiny little bit. Right. I think we're pretty smoky. So I'm just going to take that M441 brush and just kind of blend everything all together now and be the best we can be. We are almost done with the eyes. I am going to take NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is just in dark brown. I'm just going to take this on a little brush. I just have a Sephora lip brush that I use. You can use literally whatever brush. When I mean barely, I mean like barely. You can barely tell that it's even there, but it does make a little bit of a difference, especially when it comes to blending in falsies. I have very, very blonde lashes. And so if I don't put anything on my eyeliner or anything, it just gets really hard to be able to blend my lashes in with my regular lashes. Okay, so I think I am done with that step. You can barely tell that it's there. It's just a tiny little bit. But now I am going to move on to the place. I am going to use a product that I feel like no one, oh wait, no I'm not. I'm going to prime my face first. Today I'm going to be using the Smashbox Primer water. It's not the primer water. It's a primerizer. This is pretty much like a primer and a moisturizer in one. It has a lot of hyaluronic acid in it, which is going to really hydrate your skin. So I've been using something like this that's just going to be kind of like a 2-in-1 product that's going to give me a lot of hydration. I am like freakishly hot in here, and that's why I'm wearing a tank top, but it's not even that hot outside. It's only like 70 degrees, but I'm burning up for you, baby. I'm so depressed that they didn't actually, like, I'm so sad that they didn't have a reunion tour, because if they did, you better bet your booty I would have been there being like, oh my god, I love you. Alright, so now I'm going to be talking about a product that I feel like no one ever talks about, and for one, I don't understand why, because it is absolutely incredible, and I think it should be talked about a little bit more. But this is the Dr. Jart Cicapair, I think that's how you pronounce it, Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. I am a gal who absolutely cannot stand foundation. I think it's sticky, I think it's gross, I don't like that much product on my skin. This stuff changed my life. I didn't think it would change my life because I've always heard color correctors and I'm like, okay, yeah, well, it doesn't work that well. It's not something that's gonna work for me. It's not, they never work for me. And then one of my gals who I work with, she was like, no, you really, really need to try this stuff. Like, it actually works. Then I ended up actually trying it, and I have never put it down since. And I got it in October last year, and I just barely hit the bottom of the jar. And it's so crazy because I didn't think it would actually work, but I have been using this as my foundation. I mean, there are some days where I do like a pretty full face, but on days where I'm just kind of doing like my everyday makeup, I'm not wanting something that's gonna be like too high coverage. This is something that is just unbelievable because all it does is really cover up your redness. That's the main reason why I wear foundation, is because I have super red skin, and this stuff changed. I've said it like 4 or 5 different times in this gosh darn video, but it literally changed my life. But I'm pretty sure that they discontinued this specific product. They now have one that's like more of like a serum dropper that's supposed to be more hydrating. I mean, it's fine, but I love that stuff. You can already tell that my skin is like, it looks like I have a good tinted moisturizer on, but it's skincare. Like, my mind is blown. But now I'm just gonna take a little bit of NARS Soft Matte Concealer. This is the stuff that I like to use underneath my eyes. I don't tend to do a ton of face makeup per se, just because my skin is just kind of like, it gets irritated really easily, and I tend to just kind of stick to very minimal face makeup. Oh, that looks like so much on camera. Oh my word. But I really like this stuff because it's super natural on the skin, and it's super brightening. Because I like having brightness underneath the eyes, just because I do have pretty dark circles. You can kind of tell the difference. Like, it adds a little bit of radiance underneath the eyes, a little bit of coverage, and it just, like, you can just kind of tell the difference. It just looks a little bit more awake. Also, y'all, I know nothing about editing videos. I'm, like, kind of scared. Because I tried to edit last time and that's where everything like went south, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that again. Honestly, not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna use iMovie for this because I have nothing. But my concealer and my foundation are done, so now I'm just going to, 1, and 2, I'm going to use my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is the stuff that I use the best because I feel like it kind of just controls the oils on my skin. So I just like to dab this underneath my eyes first and foremost, just to set that concealer, because that's where most of the product is going to be. And then I just kind of put it everywhere else, and I like to just swirl it just because I don't like a ton of product in one spot. That's just like not my thing, because then it just kind of gets too cakey and it's not what I'm going for, so I just kind of like to dust this everywhere else. And it's translucent, which is nice too, because I won't be like, you know, putting a bunch of coverage on it. I like very minimal coverage nowadays. Now I'm going to be doing bronzer, blush, highlight, all the fun stuff of the face. This is the stuff that I actually like doing. The actual base, I don't like it so much. But I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It powder. This stuff is actually incredible. Kind of like, you can kind of see it has like a little bit of a sheen to it. Look at this freaking pan. It reminds me of like a Marc Jacobs, kind of like the pan size. Very comparable to a Marc Jacobs, and I think this was like $12 as opposed to, you know, a small loan on a house. And I just kind of put this all over in the places that the sun would naturally hit, which on me is practically nowhere. Honestly, if it wasn't for bronzer, I would probably look like a ghost 24/7. And now I am going to get this stuck in my makeup drawer. I'm gonna be taking this is the Benefit Gold Rush Blush. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I got this and I was like, I don't know how I feel because it doesn't really show up. When you first buy it, it has like a little bit of a gold sheen on top, and that was actually kind of pretty. It was a little too much the first time I used it, but I've used this enough times to where the gold flecks are totally gone almost, and it's just like a nice rosy color. I kind of like this mostly because it's a very natural color for me. I think this barely shows up on me, like barely. It's a very, very, very natural blush for those who have very light skin tones. It's not the best thing I've ever tried, but I do like a little bit of the glow, or not the glow. I like a little bit of the flush that it gives. It is pretty. Okay, so, oh my god, what am I gonna do next? I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh, I'm going to do underneath my eyes. So I'm going to take, this is a e.l.f. eye crease brush. Also, the focus sucks on this thing, so that's also why I can't get very close. I'm such a pro. I'm just going to take that shade Pewter. I'm going to take the shade Pewter on this brush and mix it in with butter and just kind of put that on my lower lash line. And I like to connect it to where I have right there, so just everything is more cohesive. Okay, so I think I finished underneath my eyes, and now I think I'm just going to spritz my face with a little bit of Fix Plus, and then we're going to move on to highlighter. Oh my god, that feels so good right now. I'm literally so hot. And so I'm just going to wait for that to dry a tad bit, and while that dries, I'm just going to set my brows. To set my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Every time I use this, people ask me if I got if I got my eyebrows microbladed, and I did not, but this product makes it look like I did, because it just does a really good job of, you know, making your eyebrows look like really feathered and really pretty. So now my brows are set. They're looking very feathery, very boyish. If I didn't have makeup on and I just did this, I probably look like I was a 12-year-old Justin Bieber wannabe. I'm feeling very like, I don't know, my hair is very Kris Jenner today. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Now I'm going to actually get on to highlighter. And I'm not really sure which highlighter I want to use today. I go between a lot of different highlighters, honestly. I don't have like a favorite one. I just kind of go with what I'm feeling that day. Today I think I'm feeling a little bit of a mixture. So I think I'm going to mix the Jeffree Star slash, I don't think it's slash, it's the collaboration with Manny MUA, and this is the Eclipse highlighter. I think I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take a little bit of e.l.f. Moonlit Pearls. Like, look at that. It's so pretty. Oh my god. So I just did my brow bone, and now I'm going to do my inner corner. Okay. I'm highlighted to the gods now. I mean, I don't know if it's really to the gods, but it's highlighted enough for me. Now everything is pretty much done, and I am going to do falsies now. I'm just going to take Lancome. I don't know. And I'm just going to coat my upper lashes. I just kind of blink into it. Nothing too crazy. I think today I'm going to be using the Hipster lashes These are a Sephora collection lash. I love these. They are just absolutely freaking focus. Very beautiful. They're very wispy, very natural. I like to use these just on everyday makeup days, just so it's not anything too crazy. I'm just gonna coat these and let them sit down here. Okay, so since those are drying right now, this would be a really good time for me to do my lower lashes, and I'm just gonna take the MAC Giga Black Lash, I think it's the extended play Giga Black Lash Mascara. Okay, so now the lower lashes are done. They're looking a little spidery, I'm not gonna lie, but... And that's just one lash on. You can see the world of a difference between my lashes. It's just, once you get used to seeing yourself with falsies, looking at this, you're just like, it's not acceptable. And here we are. This is pretty much the finished look that I have done. I don't know if you can see it all too well because of my camera quality. I know it's not very good, but it's what we got for now. I'm gonna just try to get as close as I possibly can so you can still kind of see the look. It looks like this. It's one of those like natural but smoky kind of glam looks that's not too glam or smoky. Yeah. But this is pretty much the finished look. This is something I think that pretty much anyone could do. I think that's why I wanted it to be my first video, just kind of something to where I can chit-chat a little bit and not have something that's, you know, too serious, because I'm not a serious person. If you know me, that's just not my jam. And yeah, this is just kind of my everyday makeup. It's really simple, not something too crazy. If you want more videos like this in the future, please let me know. It is something that I love doing. I think I might do a makeup tutorial next. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do mine on just yet. I know I want to continue doing videos, but alas, I don't have many ideas yet. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me if you did. If you do appreciate this and if you do like this content, please let me know. It would mean so much to me if you did. And this is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!